Okay, perfect. So, first thing that I wanted to ask you is if you sort of like backtracked before you joined with S&S, what did fitness kind of look like for you, and what did your journey look like?
So before SNS, it was very much like maybe do a PT session and then not go to the gym at all for like 3 months, and then maybe do another set of PT sessions and then not go again. So it was very like stop start, and also with like being in lockdown, because it was lockdown when I joined, I just had like no routine whatsoever, and I couldn't go to dance because I used to do dance classes, so couldn't do those, and I was just feeling like a couch potato. So I needed something to, yeah, get me up and running, and also I just wanted like, yes, I wanted like consistency because I was constantly stopping and starting going to the gym before.
Not going at all.
Mhm.
What about diet as well? What was diet like as well?
I mean, I feel like my diet's never been like massively bad, but I definitely didn't. I mean, I just ate things like that would probably make me bloated, and a lot of snacking. Instead of having meals, I'd just snack. And yeah, just maybe chocolate, which actually it's too much chocolate.
It's fine. It's fine. So like, obviously, we got to a point where you signed on, but before you signed on, what was kind of like a big concern for you in terms of what you were worried about with joining the process?
What I was worried about joining, or like what I was worried about, like why I joined.
So in terms of like before deciding, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do S&S, what kind of, it's okay if you had none, but like what kind of worries came up for you before you kind of joined? As in like fears that you wouldn't enjoy it, or like just kind of things like that?
Oh, okay. I mean, I didn't have many, but more just like that I'd stay consistent, I think.
Okay.
Like, because that was one of the reasons why I joined, was to, be like, okay, I'm going to work out. Like, I want someone to have accountability for my workouts. So I was worried, I suppose, that I wouldn't do them all, or I would like slack or something. That was my concern.
Do you feel like you did?
No, I definitely feel like I didn't with my workouts. Maybe sometimes I have with my nutrition, because I think that's where I struggle to actually keep that like in check. But workouts, once I have someone there like telling me you have to work out today, then I would do it.
Yeah, I don't think you missed
Or I'll
any
move it to another
workouts.
day where I can.
Yeah, I don't think you missed any workouts, to be
No,
honest.
maybe like one or two.
Yeah, that was very minimal in the whole thing. But when you decided to join, how did you feel? Did you feel nervous, excited? What was kind
I
of
think I
the
was
kind of
excited to just like know that I was going to, well, hopefully feel more fit. Because like with me, I know that like when I do go to the gym, I do like see like not necessarily a difference in like my body shape or how I look, but I know I feel different. I just have more energy and more, what's the word, stamina. So like I was excited to actually be like, okay, like let's just get back on track and do something that isn't just laying around the house inside, because that's all we could do.
Literally. So like looking through the process now, we're coming to an end. What kind of changes have you seen throughout the process? Like positive ones, whether it's results, whether it's changes in consistency, anything like that?
Well, I think definitely like consistency. I'm really determined to like go to the gym on my own and like not get a PT to tell me to do it. Because I'm like, okay, I've had it for like so long now where I just need to, like, always relying on other people to tell me to go to the gym or like tell me to work out. And I know I can probably do it on my own. It's just me being lazy. So now, like, that is my like goal, and I feel like that's quite achievable at the moment. I'm like going and I'm planning to go, and I'm going often. So I'm just hoping that keeps up when like people obviously start going out and everything, because I haven't really gone anywhere for the meantime apart from dance. But I know like in a couple of weeks it's gonna get busy, and I'm gonna be like, the gym in too. But yeah, I've definitely seen a change in that, just like my mindset. And I do think my nutrition, I know what I need to do with nutrition. It's just like actually doing it. It's like implementing it. But I know, you know, what things to eat and how much I should be eating of it. So yeah, and workouts, I mean, again, I think I was saying to my friend actually the other day, it's so different for me going to the gym and just doing like strength training, because when I've had a PT before, it's always been like HIIT workouts or just like well, sometimes we'll do like weight stuff, but very rarely. So it's quite like good to take that away as well from it, because I necessarily want to feel like comfortable going before like over to the weight section. It's not that bad. I'm not like scared of the boys, but like it's more just like me being like, oh no, like I'm doing the right thing, or people watching me. But I feel like that's improved.
Good. But do you think, like, because you mentioned before about you're more inclined to go to the gym now, do you think that's because you were lazy, or do you think it's maybe because you just didn't know what to do at the gym and then it would make it harder to go?
I don't think it was like I didn't know what to do, because when I had my PT, I used to like write down some of the exercises, and then when I did go to the gym, I would like follow those. I think it was more just work-life balance and fitting everything in. And also, I didn't bother joining the gym, so like, I feel like if I'd had a subscription or membership subscription. If I had a membership, then, you know, I would have actually felt more inclined to go. But yeah, I think obviously because I was going to dance quite a lot, so it's going to be interesting to see like when dance is becoming more often and things like that, whether I can balance it and like fit everything in. But yeah, no, I think it was more just balancing everything out.
Amazing. And then what would you say sort of like your goals are moving forward now you're on your own? What's kind of the push in terms of what you want to work towards?
So, I don't know, I definitely want to try and like actually see a growth in like, well, not growth, well, growth minimization.
A minimization.
You know what I mean? Actually, like the measurements like change. Because obviously I have, what we actually do if I like trained properly and did like my nutrition right, whether I'd actually see even more growth in my body shape. So I feel like that's my goal, and also just to keep my nutrition like on track.
So what you're saying is like you're obviously happy with the way you look, it's just that you want to see how much more you can kind of push it moving forward.
I've always just kind of like maintained what I have, or like say if I haven't been to the gym for a while and I've, you know, put on a bit of weight on my legs, like then I just get that back to like normal. But I've never actually seen like proper like muscle growth. It's always just been a bit like, is this maintained? Stay toned-ish, but like, I want to see like muscle growth and like more definition, and hopefully.
Good. And then last question for you. Anyone who's on the fence of joining SNS or just sort of coaching in general, what would you kind of tell them?
Get off the fence.
Get off the fence.
Get off that fence. No. In all seriousness, no. I would say, you know, I think the only thing holding you back, like, is obviously yourself. But, you know, what is going to make the difference if you join, that you'll have someone who not only just tells you, oh, you know, work out here and there, or do this exercise, don't eat that, don't eat this. I think the difference with your strength and sculpt program is like keeping like a balance, because you always say like, you know, if you're going to have a takeaway, like, have a takeaway. But like, these are the things that you can do to like help offset that. And I think it's the little things like that that make you think like, oh, it's not like a short-term goal. Like, whereas with me before, whenever I've gone and got like a PT, I think that's like a short-term like solution for me to like get a little bit fitter again, and then I just go back to normal. And then I'm like, okay, but no, I need a PT again because I've put on a bit of weight. Whereas I think now with your program, it's made me have more like a long-term goal to keep it maintained, and know that I don't have to constantly eat super healthy. But yeah, to not think, oh my god, I'm eating a takeaway, let's just like forget the whole program and eat rubbish.
No, I love that.
So yeah, I do think it's the little things, and it makes such a difference. So if you're on the fence, then get off the fence.
Thank you, lovely. Before I finish off, is there anything you want to add? Any notes or anything?
I don't think so. No. I'd say it's sad to go, but I know I'm going to see you.
Yeah,
so.
it's fine.